Well, whether it's through whether it's through trade speculation that's currently going on in the fan base or the intel that we have been receiving from the Senior Bowl, the hottest topic right now has been, well, no question, and obviously the quarterback position for the Eagles as to whether it's sticking with Jalen Hurts or most popular in terms of trade, Russell Wilson. And well, if you haven't gotten my view on the situation, even in previous episodes of even Touchdown Talk, well, from me, without the show, here it is. Good evening, Bird brothers and sisters. What is going on? Lindy Endzone in the building for the touchdown, taking the lead for the Philadelphia Eagles, one video at a time. And yes, I am still trying to get back into dropping buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. And well, for myself, really, I'm tired of winter with it keeping me inside and not really wanting to do anything outdoors. Got to get back on a court and put up some jumpers and maybe putting some of that footage on the channel because I know that's been a thing that's been asked for quite some time. Well, I got these trophies on my table, and where'd they come from? Well, got to show that at some point. But you guys already know the deal. If you like the diversity of fandom that I bring to the table, love to have you a part of the Endzone fan. And the easiest way you can do that is hit that subscription button, that subscribe button. I have been blessed as of recently, finally got out of the rut of under 210. We're at 215. And of course, our goals still, the goals have remained the same. Just looking to climb every single day and, make this a better platform for myself and for those who wish to come along for the ride. So thank you for the constant support that I've been getting. Touchdown Talk has been a nice success for me in trying to get a bunch of different Eagles content creators, on the show, for different presentations and whatnot. And, it holds true for this week. Tone to Shields and I have got one going on for this Friday at 7. Don't want to miss that. That is posted on the channel, so you can check that out and make sure the notification bell is ready for when that airs. I do have a couple other episodes that I'm kind of working on in the middle of, so stay tuned. But, man, 3 minutes in and I haven't gotten into the actual topic of what I wanted to talk about. And, well, here we go. Excuse me, still trying to get over a bit of a sickness here, but nonetheless, it has been asked of me a couple of times to give a little bit of an explanation on, my opinion, my viewpoint of this whole quarterback situation or this quarterback problem that the Eagles do or don't have. And as of late, and it continuing to be so, there's a lot of Eagles fans that would love the chance to go after a 9-time Pro Bowler in Russell Wilson. And I don't fault people for wanting the Eagles to take that chance and go after him. And as much as I would want Russell Wilson for that matter, got to look at a couple of things with it. To me, I'm looking at a couple of things. One, does he even want to come to Philadelphia? There's other teams that could very well be in the mix. I'm sure the rest of the NFC East would, be ringing the phone of Seattle wanting to inquire about him. We don't even know if he wants to truly leave Seattle. We don't know how much of an influence Pete Carroll has in wanting him to stay or go. Um, and to simply put it, we're not the only team that's going to want to have Russell Wilson's services as their number one quarterback. Now, I'm not necessarily defending one or the other here, but I gotta be realistic about it. And and I have sounded pro Hurts at times, and I'm trying not to be contradictory to myself and be biased towards one side. But the point I've been trying to get across to a lot of people is that, well, we just let's be real about it. We just don't have the resources to allow for a quarterback of Russell Wilson's caliber to be successful in Philly. Yeah, we do have some weapons on offense, but it's not to the likes of teams that have had systems in place, like units in place, ready for a quarterback of that caliber to take over and win more games that the previous quarterback could not do, let alone get further into playoffs. Whether that be the Rams situation when they traded Jared Goff for a Matt Stafford, they already had the players in place. When you look at Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and Tyler Higbee, that vaunted defense, when they brought in Jalen Ramsey with Aaron Donald, and they kept continuing to make trades on top of that. You look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what they did when Tom Brady came over. They got a Super Bowl out of it. They had a team in place. For what it's worth, the Bengals are building around Joe Burrow. They got him one of the most connected receivers to him in Jamar Chase. And while it was at the collegiate level, it proved to be successful at the NFL level. They have a good defense. Now, you can say what you want about that offensive line, but the counter to that is having playmakers that can consistently get open so long as the quarterback is able to get them the ball. Now, yes, that's one area that Hurts has a lot to work on, but at the same time, from him transitioning from one offensive system, for what it's worth, playing a limited amount of snaps in and a limited amount of games in 2020, to going from Doug Peterson's offense to now Nick Sirianni's offense, and having only a year to really grasp the concepts and get used to the players around him, and whatever else you want to throw into the mixture, minus that defense. It's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of time in terms of evaluation there. And to better gauge where you think Hurts is going to be later into his career, you want to find out what he can do with more than what he can do with less, because sometimes not every quarterback can be Tom Brady, as in he can elevate the players around him, and it doesn't necessarily matter the amount of talent that there is. Not everybody can be a Tom Brady-esque type of quarterback. And while you have a young quarterback in Jalen Hurts that's still getting into the flow of the NFL, it's okay that he needs a little bit more help to go along with his development. That's okay to say, but it comes down to if you have the patience to go through it. And that's that's a lot of the problem that's happening right now. As we're seeing the NFL evolve and seeing these high-powered offenses and these quarterbacks coming out of college with a lot more capability than the previous class, because of the evolution and these quarterbacks being able to throw the football all across the field, you gotta keep up with the times, but that doesn't always necessarily mean following the same trends. So with that, the way I'm simply looking at it is the fact that I want to see what Hurts looks like with a better team put around him. Like, continue to build around this quarterback until you are completely comfortable with every other piece around them. The defense needs a lot of help. The offense needs, well, not necessarily a lot of help, but it does need help. Specifically to me, the receiver position, the tight end position could use some depth. You got some offensive line quirks to work out with retiring players. There's so much more to this football team right now than just the quarterback position. To think that if we just make a change at quarterback, we're going to have a real shot at the Super Bowl. And that's, to me, that's just not realistic. But, that's my opinion. So with that, I think that's a good enough. I think that's a good enough explanation for now until we see down the road what happens. Of course, yeah, it's just my opinion. Not everybody's going to agree. Not everybody's going to disagree. That's the way it works. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments on my thoughts concerning the quarterback situation for the Eagles, and why this isn't really that big of a deal to me. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you tuning in. For the latest content drop on the channel. And with that said, fly Eagles fly, bleed green, go Mavs, MFFLs, World Series champs, Atlanta Braves. Sneak that in there. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good night. See you next time.